Can you introduce yourself for me?
Yeah, my name's Matt Jaggi. I'm from Salt Lake City, and I'm doing the Alliance Abroad program in Sydney, working at a hotel called the Q Station Resort.
Cool. Can you tell me what one of your favorite things in Australia has been?
Do you know, the first time I went snorkeling it was just amazing. I had actually never been before, and I live in an area called the Northern Beaches, so it's just beaches everywhere. And it was honestly one of the best experiences ever. I remember seeing these little yellow fish with zebra stripes. They were really tropical. And this big, huge one that I thought was going to eat me. It was probably bigger than my torso. And I even saw a little octopus, and it was pretty cool.
Awesome. Can you tell me about something that you were really surprised about when you got to Australia?
Do you know, I was surprised, I think kind of by the weather. That was kind of trippy for me because, you know, when I left Salt Lake City, it was winter and it was cold, and I suddenly was in summertime in Sydney, and even now it's May and it's still pretty warm there and just kind of beachy, and I love the mild climate. It's just, I don't know, it's a nice change.
Nice. All right. Well, you've been in Australia for a little while now. Is there anything about the Aussie way of life you'd like to take back to the U.S. with you?
Some of the slang, for sure. I love the word heaps. It's my favorite. I don't use keen so much. They always say, you keen to meet, keen to, you know, have brekkie. Brekkie's good. And I love the term, no dramas. You know, instead of no worries, it's no dramas. And how you going? I like that. And the Tim Tams. I do like the Tim Tams. I'm going to be taking home quite a bunch of those and be hunting for them in the States. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, the job that you're at right now, what would you say is your favorite part of working there?
It's such a unique place. It's unlike any hotel I've ever stayed at. For one, it's an old quarantine station for Australia, so any ships that came to Australia, if they had sick passengers, they all stayed there. So it's got this old heritage feel to it, but it's also haunted. Ooh. And that's been interesting, because we do a lot of ghost tours there at night, and it's creepy, I won't lie, but it makes it so adventurous and such this great place that you want to stay at. And, you know, and I kind of love the historical feel of it, and, like, you know, just, it's such this beautiful place, and we have our own little beach, and it's kind of tucked up away in this national park, and so just the location and the history behind it all has been interesting for me.
Awesome. All right, well, last question is, would you recommend using AAG to one of your friends, and why?
Oh, of course. Do you know, it just made life so much easier for me. I wouldn't have come to Australia had I not had a job lined up, and how on earth was I supposed to find a job in Australia with no connections here? And so just the fact that they did kind of all the hard work for me, helped me with my visa, getting my tax ID number, my banking set up, it just made it so much smoother, so that all I had to worry about was just showing up and finding a place to live. And even then, they helped me with, you know, getting websites to look at, Gumtree and different things. And so it made life so much simpler, and I've been able to have this amazing experience where I'm living in another country and, you know, having all these amazing things happen. And I don't think I would have been able to do that without the program, to be honest. And so for that, I'm really thankful, and I would recommend it anytime.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Matt.
Of course. My pleasure.